Okay, we are going to start with the DC current. I am going to start on the battery bank. Of course, I calculate the battery bank with the formula that I teach you in a previous class. Depending on how much is the output in AC, I am going to put that power in the input. I am going to add it 20% more, and after that, with that power, I am going to take a decision if I configure the batteries in 12 volts, in 24 volts, or in 48 volts. What is better? Higher voltage is better because I need to collect less amps to produce the same power. You remember we did that exercise a couple of times. All right. Suppose that I configure this panel in 48 volts and some amps. Now I am going to calculate the amount of amps. That depends on the power that I need in the output of AC. Okay, good. Standing here in this point, I connect those batteries in parallel, and this is my positive output and this is my negative output. Everybody follow me, guys? Yeah. All right. The positive output pass number 1 for a big fuse. That's the fuse. And after that pass for an on-off battery switch. On-off battery switch with the capacity according with the capacity of the fuse. Exactly the same. And after that enter in the positive bus bar of the smart shunt. That's the positive bus bar of the smart shunt. And after that is connected with another positive bus bar in the link distributor. That positive bus bar in the link distributor is connected with another positive bus bar in the middle of the link distributor with another cap with more mega fuses. Right now we are going to check the connection, the physical connection over there, and you see the mega fuses. Those mega fuses are different than those main fuses. I want that you take those pictures because in the future you need to buy mega fuses to connect both positive bus bars. And I am going to explain over there what is the function of those mega fuses. It's protect the link distributor for overcurrent protection. Doesn't matter if that current is coming in or going out. Okay, and we have the negative bus bar of the smart shunt, the negative bus bar connected with another main negative bus bar on the link distributor. And okay, right now I have a smart shunt connected with link distributor, and the smart shunt receive the power positive and negative. You need to be careful with this, guys. This is positive and this is negative. You need to be careful with this. The length of this positive cable and this positive cable and this negative cable should be identical, if it's possible. The same length of positive and the same length of negative, because normally this battery bank is not pretty close to the smart shunt. That battery bank is over there and the smart shunt is here, and you need to pass the cables positive and negative. Try to measure that both distance are similar, pretty similar. That's okay? Good? Alright, positive and negative, and after that enter into the smart shunt. In the smart shunt internally, you have an RG45 terminals to connect the circuit board of this with the circuit board of this. And also you have another RG45 terminal to connect this one with the links with the Servo GX. And now we are going to do that connection. Alright, and at the end of the last link distributor, you have two small wires, positive and negative. This is the bottom of the Servo GX, and this is the top of the Servo GX. I disassembled that one in order to show the terminals. In the bottom of the Servo GX, you have access for the positive and the negative to provide power for the computer. Yeah, that computer is like a router, and that computer internally have connection with Bluetooth. Yeah, all right. You provide power here for the Servo GX, and now we are going to check the sources of DC and the output of a DC. Okay. Number one, the solar panels. The solar panels connected in the roof of the boat. They are connected in series and parallel, and they will be connected at the input of the MPPT. And from the output of the MPPT, you produce another positive and another negative. The positive enter in the bottom bus bar positive, pass through the mega fuse, and now you have power here in the main positive bus bar. This is power coming in, and this is why I put those small arrows in blue color. And you have another source of DC power, is the windmill. The windmill enter in the MPPT, and from the output of the MPPT, you have positive and negative entering in the negative bus bar, and positive bus bar passing through a second mega fuse. Those are mega fuses. Mega fuse. Alright? In this particular case, in that moment, I have two sources of input DC current. One from the solar panels, and the second one from the windmill. Both of them enter here and here. And now, I am going to provide power out for two inverters. With a heavy cable, no? I am going to connect here the first output power for the first inverter. Of course, I need to install here another
Fuse.
what is that?
Mega fuse.
Mega fuse, no guys? Another mega fuse. And I am going to provide a big positive entering in the big positive DC. This is DC, positive and negative, and this is power coming in. And also I am going to connect another negative cable, big negative cable connected here, big negative cable connected here, here, and goes here. The diameter of both cables should be identical, the same gauge. How can I calculate the gauge of those wires, guys? Can you refresh me quickly?
The distance.
With the
ABYC.
ABYC table. And what information I need? The amps and the length, the distance, and the voltage drop. How much will be the voltage drop in this case? 3% or 10%? 3%. All right? 3% of 48 volts in that particular case. Good, guys? All right. Great. I have positive and negative coming out for the first inverter, and with a mega fuse. Oh, I need another mega fuse for another positive coming out, for the second inverter. That one is coming here, and entering here into the big positive. Everybody follow me, guys?
Yep.
That one is here, and another big negative coming here for the other negative terminal here, negative terminal coming over there. Everybody follow me, guys? One negative with both mega fuses. Those mega fuses control outputs, and those mega fuses control inputs. Oh, my boat is a big catamaran, and I am going to create two independent group of solar panels. One group of solar panels with one MPPT, and in another area, other group of solar panels with another MPPT. Of course, that one will be with another mega fuse to receive power from other solar panel group. That's okay? I can connect the group of solar panels that I wanted. If they are connected independent, try to use independent MPPTs.
So does the link?
Never try to use the same MPPT to connect the input of the solar panel and the input of the windmill. No, separate MPPTs. Okay, right now we are ready, and we have connection of a DC, perfect connection of DC, and now we are going to connect the data cables. The data cables are very, very simple. I have one data cable from the display to the HMDI, and other from USB into the display. Now we are going to check all of them one per one, and pay attention. Exactly the same that we did in NEMA. You remember when we create the NEMA backbone, what was the secret? Connect at the end of the NEMA backbone in both ends terminal resistors. What is the function of the terminal resistors? Create a loop. If one of the terminal resistors in each end is broken, or not connected, what happened? What did the code on the display? Open loop. Simple. Exactly the same. We are going to install here a terminal resistor and another terminal resistor here in the Servo GX, because this is the first equipment and this is the last equipment. That's okay? And we are going to connect a cable RG45 in between one of those. I am going to use another color, probably this one, purple color, between this one and this one. You see? In the first inverter. Another small one in between this and this. And now both of them are connected here with the Servo GX. Simple. If I am going to create a system 3-phase, I put another inverter here and I connect that one with the other one. This one is double phase. Yeah, this one is here and the other one will be connected here. The other one will be connected here. The other one will be connected here. And here I have another one in between this and this. You see? Data cables. Data cable here and data cable here. And of course, you have another of those with data, one per each. MPPT. All the equipment that I want to see here on the display should be connected with the Servo GX with an RG45 cable.